everybody always has their own ideas when it comes to professional wrestling. They always think, well, what would happen if this happened? And what would happen if this happened? Or how would this happen? How would this occur? And they always find their ways to bitch about what's going on in the business, which is fine, which is your right. But on this program, you give me the scenario and I will book it. That's right. This show is called Let Me Book It. Today's episode is going to focus on a premise that was given to me by Colin over on Twitch. Today we are going to talk about what would happen if R-Truth, Ron Killings, won Money in the Bank. What would happen there? So let's get right into this. Let's not pussyfoot around and make some 20-minute video. Let's get right into the scenarios, because at the end I have an announcement. So first and foremost, what I would do is I'd have him win the Money in the Bank almost by a fluke. Okay, I would have the briefcase kind of fall down and he grabs it, like it gets unhooked or something, and somebody, unhooks it and it falls and he grabs it, and boom, he's Mr. Money in the Bank. And then off and on for the next 6 years, you get people that he tries to feign cashing in on, but they're not the right people. This is for the WWE. This is for Bobby Lashley's title. But whoever can be champion, it doesn't matter. Like he tries to talk about cashing it on the 24/7 title, or the women's title, or the Intercontinental title. Things like that. And 6 months go by, he does the little jovial, what's up guy and all this other kind of stuff, the doofy R-Truth that everybody knows. But then around the 6-7 month mark, whoever the champion is gets into an altercation with the person that they're in a program with, and they just start going to town on each other. They beat the living piss out of each other until eventually the champion, and this is at a pay-per-view, the champion is just laid out. But this is all dependent on the other person either losing the match or winning via DQ or something along those lines. So then the champion's there, and he's kind of half out of it. He's starting to kind of get up. All of a sudden, R-Truth slides in through the crowd with a chair and the briefcase, and he just beats the living shit out of the champion with that chair, to the point where the chair begins to bend, the top part bends down. Then, and I fully understand that I look like a Russian mobster and I don't care, then the next night on Raw, he comes out and he's got the title, he's cashed in, and he is and the pay-per-view ended with R-Truth holding up the title like this. He comes out on Raw. He doesn't come out to What's Up. He comes out to some dark foreboding synthwave shit. And he comes out and he's got the bent chair and he's got the belt, and he gets in the ring and he just kind of stands there for a second, and nobody knows what to think. Because it's R-Truth. What are you expecting? So he gets on the microphone and he grabs it and he cuts a promo, something like this. For years, I have been your jester. For years, I have been the person that you laughed at because I did silly things over here and silly things over there, and I chased after a title that meant nothing in the 24/7 belt. Well, now I'm the WWE Champion. I'm not going to be dancing around like a fool anymore. Because when you're in this business, you're not in this business to dance around and make the little kiddies clap. Hell, you're not even in this business to make friends. You're in this business for this. And he holds up the WWE Championship. If you're not in the business for this, then what the hell are you doing here? And I defy anyone, now that R-Truth is dead and Ron Killings stands before you, I defy anyone to come down here to try and take this belt from me. I'm done being a laughingstock for my family. Done trying to explain to them that I'm just doing this because it's my job. I want them to be proud of me. And if you don't like it, I don't care. I'm in this business to make money, to support my family, and for this. And he holds up the WWE Championship again. Then the person he beat comes out running their mouth about how, oh, you cheated, blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not the issue. Then he cuts another promo and he says, look, I did the same thing that you would have done or that anyone in the back would have done if they had that briefcase. Because I say again, maybe you didn't hear me. Maybe all the blood's rushed to your ears and you're having a hard time comprehending. But we're in this business for this. And he holds up the WWE Championship again. So if you don't like it, you can go in the back, to the back of the line. Because as far as I'm concerned, there are other far more worthy competitors that deserve a shot at this belt. And then after I've knocked them all down like dominoes, if you want a shot at the king, maybe I'll consider it. Until then, bye-bye. And then he looks out at the crowd and he says, I hope you're ready to be in this for the long haul, because no one's taken this WWE Championship from me. And that's the truth. And he just kind of stares into the camera and as it goes to commercial. And then we just go from there. We're off to the races. At that point, Vince takes over and fucks everything up. But anyway, so that's how I would book R-Truth winning Money in the Bank. We have some other episodes coming up. What if Kofi had beat Bobby Lashley and Big E won the Money in the Bank? Let's see. How would I book Randy Orton's retirement? Etc., etc., etc. But here's the big thing. I am currently at 68 subscribers here on YouTube. If I get to 1,000, subscribers, I will book. And if you know me, you know how I feel about Kenny Omega. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will book Kenny Omega's heavyweight title run in WWE. And I will do it objectively. I will not do it from the stance that I have. Mainly because I wouldn't do it. So if you want to see that, be sure to hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll talk to you next week when we talk about how I would book Randy Orton's retirement. We'll see you then.